Howdy guys, and welcome back. I left you in suspense last time as we found out the goons have found us. We came here to prove that these people were dangerous, so my childhood friend here, Chihio, would believe my story. So there's no telling what's going to happen in the next few scenes. They're here. What? The goons. Okay, just like we planned. Here I go. Oh, wait a minute. As I stood up, she reached out to grip my hand. It's fine, it's all just an act. I'll be watching over for you from close by. Also, did you see the man in the black suit on the bus before? Yeah, he did seem a little strange. He's a bodyguard we hired just in case Ruriko-san called him in. Okay, I'm going now. You stay right where you are, Chihiro. Right, I will. I checked to make sure she had let go, then left the table. I was so anxious the hair stood up on the back of my neck, but the plan should be foolproof. Or so I thought. Chihiro watched helplessly as her childhood friend departed. She didn't actually doubt Messiah's words. It was such a difficult story to believe. Would those mobsters really go after someone's friend over a loan? Is that them? There were two men who clearly stood out from the crowd, and they were heading towards the restaurant. Apparently they never changed clothes either. They were looking at her. Soon after they entered, at first, they just looked around, threateningly. But then, with loud footsteps, they advanced on her table. They stood out like sore thumbs in the upper-class restaurant. Some of the other patrons were casting surreptitious glances at them. Hey, girlie. Okanogi Masai was just at the table, wasn't he? Well, why are you asking? She had meant to sound defiant, but her voice was trembling. He gave a coarse laugh and leaned in close to her. Chihiro turned her face away. He's a pretty smooth operator. You know, he was in with some other pretty Vincennes girl a while back. And now he's here eating dinner with you. Hey, did you know about that? He's got a lot to learn, though. He can't take different girls to the same restaurant. He's got to be more cautious about that stuff. It would do no good to argue with a gangster. Chihiro fell silent and shook her head. She wondered if Masai was watching from somewhere. She glanced out the window but couldn't see him anywhere. But girl, you sure do know how to pick 'em. Did you know that Brad owes us money? Ain't a small amount either. Hey, look at this. He opened both his hands in front of her. One finger represents $1 million. That makes $10 million. I wonder when he'll pay that back. That's not... Masai didn't borrow that money. Parents take responsibility for their kids, and kids take responsibility for their parents. That's how the world works. He can't just ignore his father's debt. That's right. Well, anyways, you could pay back for him, you know. But Daddy grabbed her shoulders and chill ran through Chihiro's body. Just then. That's enough of that. It was the man in black who had been on the bus. Who the hell are you? You're not with the restaurant. I'm a bodyguard. Huh? A bodyguard? Take your dirty hands off her. You didn't hear me. Do you want me to hurt you? Hurt me? What are you going to do? Don't take me lightly, you'll regret it. Oh? I'm a combined 75th rank in Judo, Kempo, Karate, and Capoeira. It's true, so you don't want to get hurt. Man, I'm scared of him. I don't even know what that last one is. Combined 75th rank in what and what? With a mocking laugh, the underling pulled out a handgun from his pocket. You think you can take me down with a toy like that? He shot a hole in the wall. Everyone in the restaurant froze. So sorry. Huh? I only just joined the company, and the 75th rank thing was a bald-faced lie. Uh-oh, our bodyguard flaked on us. We're in trouble now, guys. Now come on. No. The customers scattered like flies. Not one of them came forward to help her. She didn't expect help either. No one would put themselves in danger for a stranger's sake. That was true for strangers, but for her childhood friend? Childhood friend. She was shocked by her own thought. What did childhood friend mean to her in the end? At the end of the day, we're not just strangers. And with that, Chihiro's mouth moved on its own. Messiah! I was watching from behind a mailbox with my eyes open wide in shock. A handgun? You gotta be kidding. It also turned out the bodyguard was worthless. He'd taken off at full speed. Ah, Chihiro. I ran in just in time to hear Chihiro's cry piercing through the night air. Messiah. Wow, you actually had the guts to come out, or maybe you just don't see too well. The underling waved his handgun so that it glinted in the light. 20/20 eyesight. Then you think this is a toy or something? This is a Russian Tokarev, so you better not think about it. I heard the shot before. Oh, I see. Then what did you come here for? Did you really think I could just run away and leave you here? Ah. Oh, I see. So this girl was your girl after all. That's not it. It's not like that, but if you've got two pretty girls you're stringing along, you ought to spread it around, asshole. Shut the hell up. Fine then. The underling gestured towards the door with his chin. Head outside. Then he released Chihiro from her headlock and thrust her forcefully away. Chihiro. I told you, head outside. With the gun pointed at me, I couldn't exactly refuse. Oh, for real? Seriously? That is a gun, isn't it? The bodyguard's already run off. What's going on here? Uh-oh, we got a reporter. It's gonna be a hell of a story. You can't really afford one of those. I was trying to buy time, so I said the first thing that came to mind. You've got better taste than I thought. Yeah, it cost me a bundle, too. How much was it? Huh? 100,000. I want to shake you down right. That ain't some crummy envelope shakedown. You ought to be grateful for the effort. That's amazing. Shut up, moron. Come on, Kiyoshi, quit jabbing already. Cops are gonna be here soon. Right. Well, maybe you want to take a trip on a tuna boat or something? Ah! My eyes were drawn to the ground below, and suddenly I crouched down. What are you doing? Hiding your head without hiding your ass out. My eyes were focused on an area just about the underling's crotch level. It's the cat! I know it! The cat's face was turned downward and his mouth was working feverishly. There must have been some food on the ground just behind the underling. I lunged forward suddenly before he could escape. Awkward. Ah. Whoa. Oh god, no. Ah. He's too shocked he disappeared. Hooray. My face smacked into something, but I reached out and managed to grab the cat. Hey you, what did you do with my lottery ticket? Meow, meow, meow. Hey Messiah, what are you doing? You're hurting that cat. Ah, right. I had no words. I relaxed my grip, but I was still holding the cat by the scruff of the neck. Well, I grabbed at it instinctively, but thinking about it sensibly, he probably didn't still have my lottery ticket. And even if by chance it was still in good condition somewhere, the cat couldn't tell me where it was. Whew. Hey Messiah, what are you signed for? Huh? Tommy, son, you're amazing. Tommy seemed excited about something. In what way? In what way? You took out that old guy with the handgun in one hand. Huh? I turned around. She was right there. He was sprawled out on the floor behind me. A sudden seizure? Huh? I knew you weren't normal. Hey Kiyoshi, get up already. No choice, I guess. The cops will be here by soon, too. The boss hefted the underling up on his shoulders in familiar fashion and staggered away. What's with those two? I thought it was done for the minute they pulled out the gun. Seriously, what are you talking about? Huh? You're the one that beat them. Headbutt right to the vitals. Huh? Of course, that strangely warm, soft, slightly smelly thing I felt against my face before was. Ugh. I instinctively started scrubbing my face. As if she didn't notice my distress, Tommy happily turned her digital camera view screen towards me. See? Have a look. I got it at just the right moment. That is a funny picture. Ugh. Chihiro let out a slightly disgusted noise. This is a scoop. This is perfect. I'm leaving by. Tommy took her leave. All that remained behind were 2 people and 1 cat. That could be a sitcom. What are you going to do with that cat? Oh, right. Before I could explain, the cat started retching. Look at that. It's because you squeezed it so hard. I set it down on the ground. Chihiro began stroking the cat's back. No, I think it's just normal cat vomit. What? You know, cats vomit a lot. They throw up fur they swallowed and stuff. That's what I've learned. Oh. I wasn't exactly in the mood to look at the cat's regurgitated food, but I happened to catch sight of a familiar color inside it. Ah, it can't be. I reached forward, groping through the partially digested food around it. What are you doing, Messiah? I unfurled the water paper in front of my eyes. My sticky fingers began to tremble. It was like a man taken by a sudden fever. But what's wrong? The print was clearly legible. was streaky with flu and smelled terrible, but there was no mistaking it. I could still use this. Wow. Ah, I leapt to my feet surprised. Chihiro fell on her backside. Wait a minute, I'm going to the bank. What, for the ATM? Yes! What's with him? Damn, it was already closed. You weren't just going to the ATM. Well, of course it was. Right, where's that cat? Already gone. He looked very relieved. I see, well that makes sense. Having paper in your stomach like that would be hard on a human too. Paper, that's right, you pulled something out of it, didn't you? A lottery ticket. Oh, that's right, only Rise knows about that. I won the lottery, the jackpot. What, really? Yeah, no, this is really great. Now I can get the goons off my back. I told her the story about how I won the lottery, but the cat had stolen the ticket. He had probably been keeping it in his nesting place until yesterday or today. I see. I thought you were acting a bit strangely. You moved so suddenly, it was like a baseball player sliding into first. Aha, I think Tammy really got the wrong idea. I think it's better that she did, though. Huh? I know the position you're in. A favorable news story would do you a lot of good, right? Well, that's true. Besides, you still saved me one way or another. Oh, that's right. Are you okay? You shoved me pretty hard back there. Oh yeah, he didn't hurt me. I'm glad to hear that, but that really was close. I left out a big sigh. He had a gun. I couldn't believe my eyes. And then the bodyguard ran off. To be honest, I didn't think he would come to save me. Huh? Why not? I felt a pang of disappointment. You didn't think I'd run off and leave? You did, you? But I mean, we're just... We're just what? We're just childhood friends after all. I thought about what she said, then burst out laughing. Well, what's so funny? It's just, you know, what? We're childhood friends. That's the reason I saved you. Because we're childhood friends, I see. That makes sense, yeah. Jeez, Chihiro, don't say stuff like that. I guess you're right. Thanks to the commotion at Papatore Moonrock, we hadn't gotten to eat. We settled for hamburgers and got on the bus back to school. I hadn't actually done a lot, but I still felt more tired than usual, maybe due to all the anxiety. The bus ride was bumpy and rather warm, which was comforting, but it also made me sleepy. Chihiro perhaps felt the same way, rested her head against the window and in the same motion. Cat returns the favor. I guess that's how the saying goes. I struck the lottery ticket in my pocket. I wiped it clean with the tissue, then folded it up neatly. I'd catch it first thing in the morning, then called the and paid it back. It was a little galling, but I didn't want to have to worry about money. Look, to ward off sleep, I decided to talk a little bit. I'm the same way you were after I moved. I didn't even try to make any friends. What? Chihiro turned back to me, a little surprised. Those gangsters showed up there too, that's why I moved back to T-Town. So when I first heard about the lottery, I was really happy, not just about the money. I was also thinking, with this I could make 100 friends, you know? Messiah, I'm sorry. About what? For slapping you? Chihiro turned a little on her seat to face me and gently touched my cheek. We'd always been close, but having her touch me this way caused me to stiffen her about reflexively. Chihiro's eyes were glossy with tears, and I found my own gaze locked on hers. What's wrong? Are you crying? Not crying, I'm just... What? Her cool fingertips continued to stroke my cheek. It's just... You said that, it made me feel a little sad, and I'm okay now. I mean, I'm really... I averted my eyes self-consciously. I mean, getting to see you again was... It really did hurt, though. In order to shake off my self-conscious, I rolled my eyes in an exaggerated manner. That was less of a slap and more of a punch. I didn't think girls could hit that hard. Look, I'm sorry. She buzzed crimson into her ears and quickly turned her face away. In that moment, she really was cute. But at the time, I was really mad at you. I know, I don't think you're the kind of girl to hit a guy with a boomerang hook for no reason. Of course I'm not. By the way, you always hit your face when you stop by class. Was that because you were mad? Yeah, I guess so. Every time I saw your face, I just felt all the blood rush to my head, so... Whatever she wanted to talk about a year ago must have been really important for her to have gotten that mad about me. I didn't try to ask her again. That was then, this is now. It was sad, but it was the truth. Before you get mad, you could at least take a minute to be happy and see me. Shut up. Ow, ow, ow. The fingers that were previously gently on her cheek were now pinching out. Not that I'm not happy about it. Ah, right. What was a sudden pounding at my chest? Was the bus a little overheated? As I searched inside my heart, the bus pulled into the stop in front of Vincennes Private Girls Academy. Oh, thank goodness it's not quite 9 o'clock. Through some secret means, Rise was able to control the gate. The gate opened and we quickly slipped in. Phew, goodness, Vincennes really is hard to deal with. I never expected anything like this from my home. I know what you mean. I think my experiences here at Vincennes had a pretty big influence on why I didn't believe you at first. I know that's no excuse. No, I thought that was the case. We've known each other for so long, I definitely understand. I didn't particularly want to come to Vincennes, actually. Do you not like going to school here at Vincennes? It's not that. As long as you're here, you should enjoy it. Just someone who would spend a year living in the darkness, I genuinely meant it. That's right. You joined the White Light Society with me. They say you can't join officially, but they're recruiting affiliates. I was reminded that Risa had meant to recruit you, though I still didn't know exactly why. Me? She'd accept the final course tourist? Don't you start talking like that. I know I shouldn't, but it might change how people look at you. Look, it's fine. I'm an affiliate already. We can work on it together. Okay. Alright, we got a new member, guys. Then let's shake to the mending of our friendship. Shake? Maybe it was a little overwrought, but still. In that moment she had been so angry she'd cried. For feelings as raw as hers, maybe the ceremonial gesture was necessary. Messiah? Sure. I took it to you as friendly. My old friend's hand was smaller and softer than I expected. That's right, it's just like before. Messiah, what's wrong? You're staring. Oh, no, nothing, it's nothing. Gio tilted her head at my strange reaction. What an idiot I was. I was finally making up with my childhood friend, and here I was thinking about another girl. Gio shook my hand in response. Then her face lit up brighter than I would have thought, and she spoke. Okay, we've got officially made up. Yeah. Must have looked happy, too. Welcome home. Thanks. As for how it went, I believe I can surmise. I shall inquire as to the details tomorrow. Now come this way. Mariko led us around to the back of the dorm. There was a veranda there, and we were able to get in that way. The front doors are locked after curfew, after all. Some rooms are designated for those who wish to enter and leave the dorm after curfew. I'm told that this is a Vincennes tradition from long before we were born. Wow. Even with the new building, the tradition continues. It's really terrible entertaining. But the teachers really do know. What do you mean? After all, many of them are former alumni. But as they themselves are once in the same position, their tacit acceptance is also tradition. I see. The teachers have their own stories, too. When I first heard Mrs. Mashima's exploits, I could barely control my excitement. Seeing the ever-smiling sister Mishima has more of a past than I expected. I guess Vincennes is less uptight than I thought. That is true. It would be difficult to live here for so many years if it were not so. I see what you mean. What's the matter? Messiah, please hide your eyes. What? Why? It is still a girl's room. You would not wish to give offense. Oh, right. That's true. They might have left their underwear out or something. Even if it was there, I wouldn't look at it. No, I can't trust you. All boys are perfect. She spoke the words with utmost certainty. I knew there was no arguing with her. I hid my eyes with a proffered handkerchief and let the girls guide me inside. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Sure. Alrighty guys, I think I'm going to do it for that video. That was a pretty exciting video after all, so I think I'm going to cut it here, and I'll see you in parts 8.